Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. A lot of happening over the weekend, especially if you stepped outside. It was gorgeous. I'm Ozzy Mora.
I'm Kirsten, Joyce, and there were no complaints. It was a gorgeous weekend. I think a lot of people wanted to spend as much time outdoors before they went inside to watch the big game.
Absolutely. Did you have a good time?
Yes,
Good
it
weekend?
was just mellow. And you?
I had a great time, too. I danced the night away, but we'll get to that story soon and talk about Super Bowl. But first, let's get to our top stories. We have a lot to go through today. So
yes, let's get through the doom and gloom as well.
Yes.
You know, we've got some positive news, of course, to report too, but let's get to some of those tougher, more serious stories. A motorcyclist was killed over the weekend in a high-speed crash near Jones. The 22-year-old died Saturday evening. Here's a look at the scene of the accident from that evening about 6:30. Police say the motorcyclist was heading south on Jones, speeding, trying to pass another vehicle, someone driving an Audi, when the front of the motorcycle hit part of that vehicle, ejecting the motorcyclist onto the road. He was rushed to the hospital where he later passed away. So fatal accident there on Saturday evening, Ozzy.
Right. And that was the most updated story. And the video that we're seeing was from actually when a teen involved in a hit and run, an RV crash. So this is Nellis and Lake Mead, a 65-year-old man accused of a deadly hit and run while under the influence was supposed to be in court today. But transportation was a big problem here. So basically they pushed back when he's supposed to appear in court. So now he's going to appear tomorrow. We're talking about Mark Clayton. He'll face a judge, like I said, tomorrow. He's facing several charges, including DUI resulting in death after that crash happened Saturday night that claimed the life of a 17-year-old boy. Basically, police say Clayton failed to stop with the RV, and that's when he hit the boy when police say the boy was in a marked crosswalk. So we don't have more details. This is all developing, and of course, we'll update you as well. Now let's go to the Montana woman in court.
Yes, this Montana woman, according to police, pointed a gun at a Nevada state trooper with her finger on the trigger. This happened on Sunday. We've got some new court video to show you. 51-year-old Barbara Lou, she is now facing charges, including assault on a protected person. Nevada State Highway Patrol trooper stopped her near I-15 in St. Rose Parkway on Sunday. Police say she ran a red light. And apparently, after this traffic stop, Lou refused to comply with police officers' requests. The orders, they asked her to roll down her window. She did not. She did not exit the car. Her dog allegedly attacked the trooper. And then Lou allegedly pointed a gun at the man with her finger on the trigger. These are 1, 2, 3, 4 things you don't want to do in the process of getting pulled over. Police say the trooper then had to respond by firing into the driver's side window. It shattered the window. Lou was not injured by a bullet. She was injured by the glass, and she's now facing $250,000 bail, I believe, appeared in court this morning, and will be following her trial as it continues to make its way through the court process, Ozzy.
She's actually going to be in court back again Wednesday. She's also facing a separate DUI case that's currently being delayed as they wait for test results for that. All right, let's bring it back to the Clark County School District. CCSD Dream Sessions for Future Planning. So if you've ever wanted to tell the Clark County School District exactly what they should be doing differently for our schools, this is a way to be involved and to do just that. Superintendent Joan Ebert is inviting everyone, staff, parents, you name it, to what they're calling dream sessions. These are basically like open mic style meetings where everyone can help design the district's long-term strategic plan. So these meetings actually have been going on, actually started in January 28th. The next big session is happening tomorrow night at Arborview High School from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And if you can't make that one, don't worry. There's another one the following day, Wednesday, at Durango High School at the same time, so 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. The district is calling this the Destination District Initiative. Again, they want to hear from everything from you, talking about classroom technology to mental health resources. But the biggest topic right now is the schedule change, the bell schedule change. We also reported on that where middle, high school, elementary are now going to be starting at different times. There have been a lot of questions about how these times will affect busing, extracurriculars. Some students, high school students, have after-school jobs. So this is a way to get that that voice in for you and have that direct feedback from school leaders. Again, if you can't make this in person, make to these sessions in person, there's also a virtual option as well online. And if you speak Spanish, there will be translators as well. We have all the information on our website if you want more details on that, Kirsten.
Awesome. A recent survey of 1,000 people responding by myperfectresume.com found that 72% of this group relying on secondary incomes to make ends meet. No surprise with inflation. Rising prices, saving or paying down debt they have to do, seeking some financial stability as some of the reasons these workers are looking for some added income. Of course, when you think of side hustle, you think Uber, Lyft, but we're talking about other things too when they say these second jobs. It could be as far as having a secondary income. Maybe they own property. Maybe they actually have another business, so not just the rideshare force here. But they were saying that it's quite interesting that a quarter of these believe that extra work will replace the promotion or raise from their current job. As we know, a lot of prime jobs, if you will, they're not even keeping up with inflation year by year with contracts. And no more are certain jobs offering these big bonuses that they once were. So again, these 1,000 people surveyed saying 72% are getting that second job. They believe they need it to make ends meet. And as a result, which comes as no surprise, this article also saying that they're missing family time, they have less time to be part of their kids' activities, such and such, and that's what happens when you have two jobs.
Yeah, I was reading to the decline, the health decline. Some of them are experiencing as well because they're not focusing on self-care and taking care of themselves. We have a reporter actually went out to the community here locally and interviewed, I believe, a restaurant owner or manager. I'm not too sure on that, but they did say that they do know that some of their employees have to take on a second job because they can't pay the bills. They don't have enough to pay the bills. So that survey was really interesting because, yes, a certain percentage are focusing on survival. That's why they need a second job. But then the other part of it too, some of them are, taking on a second job, a side gig, because they just want to be able to pay for vacations to have some fun, which I think we all deserve some fun.
Of course we do. Everyone lives, does,
right?
Yeah, something to look forward to. Absolutely.
Jinx. All right, let's bring it back to the search for Nancy Guthrie.
Oh, gosh.
This story just always breaks my heart entering its second week. So there's a new video actually posted today by Savannah Guthrie on her Instagram, making an emotional, in quote, hour of desperation plea as the search for her mother, 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, enters its 9th day. So if we could take a listen to that video, if possible.
I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock, trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help.
It's so heartbreaking, Ozzy. I mean, we think of our mom. If someone came into the home and I mean, everyone goes to that thinking of their own, right? Yeah. Their own mother, their own parents. And, Savannah saying they are willing to pay the ransom. I've read certain things, $6 million, The next deadline, the last one was Thursday night at 5 p.m. The next deadline's tonight at 5 p.m. They are very concerned. We've received no word on whether the abductor took her heart medicine with her to assist. We don't know that. That hasn't been released. There's plenty that police aren't telling news crews because they can't. They're not going to subject their investigation, but they still say they have no car of interest, no person of interest. They scoured the local communities, businesses, all their cameras over the weekend, seeing if they could find a vehicle during those hours of the night. The problem is it's quite dark there in Tucson and in that neighborhood.
That's what the neighbors were saying, that it's pitch black.
Yes. So
and over the weekend, they went back to Nancy's home, and then they also searched Annie's home, the other daughter, Savannah's sister. So there's a lot going on here. And again, Nancy vanished January 31st, 9th day. So I just can't even imagine what the family's going through. But before we send it over to break, we're going to bring our question of the day and bring in Daryl too, because we're talking about pizza.
Oh gosh, then we better bring Mr. Daryl Harris in for National Pizza Day.
Good afternoon, you two. Happy Monday, everybody. This is our question of the day. Let's go ahead and get that QR code up. This is the time for you all to participate. Let your voice be heard. If you didn't know, today's National Pizza Day. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. But the age-old question, do pineapples go on pizza? Let's see. Kirsten, what do you think,
No,
Kirsten?
I don't even like pineapple. It goes on nothing.
Pineapple. Pizza is evolving. There's not but don't worry. John felt the exact same way.
John Langley
Oh,
felt
really?
This. Yes.
And
he's like, no.
Our viewers they're a little pro pineapple.
It
So
looks
if
like
you
it.
agree with Kirsten, she needs some support. Go ahead. Let's 8newsnow.com/vote. We'll check back in on those results.
Okay, but you didn't ask me, Daryl.
I know you.
Daryl knows her answer.
We have to save it.
No, real quick.
Oh, okay.
I like pineapple with olives.
Ew.
No?
Okay.
I like olives.
No,
you like them
okay.
together?
Yeah, I do.
Sure.
It's like a
I
little
wouldn't.
salty with a lot of sweetness, a little blend.
Okay. All
I
right.
put quite a bit. We'll get our pizza orders when we come back to it. How about
All
that?
right.
Okay.
Stay with us. We'll be talking about the Super Bowl halftime show and so much more. Stay with us.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us. It's a gorgeous day here at 2 p.m. If you have not stepped outside, now is the time. I'm Ozzy Mora.
If you haven't stepped outside, something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Or maybe you're an overnight shift worker and that's allowed. But yeah, it's gorgeous out. Things are cooling down a little bit compared to last week. We do have our lovely Miss Mary Jane to give us a look at the weather.
Well, happy Monday. It's so good to see you guys. Hope you all had a really great weekend. As we take a look outside, a lot of that cloud cover continues to filter in across our forecast area and still going to be a warm one out there for this afternoon. We're talking low 70s for Las Vegas, Henderson and Boulder City. And this warming trend has continued to hold anywhere from at least 9 to 10 degrees above the average. We've been in the 70s the past 8 days and we're aiming to do the same for today. Light winds for now, but some bigger changes are on the horizon. As you can see off of your forecast forecast area, we definitely are looking ahead to our next system. That's that upper low spinning off of the Pacific Ocean, and that will continue to slide inland. And for us, that means a nice cool down is on the way. So aside from the breezy winds picking up, midweek we start to see some slight isolated rain chances across the valley. Anything that does drop down will be fairly light. Better chances into the local mountains. Lee, Kyle Canyon could see anywhere about 1 to 3 inches, and then finally feeling like winter here as temperatures drop down from the upper 60s to low 60s into early next week. So you can tell just by the gradual decrease here, it's going to feel nice, and even kind of a dry break, I want to say, for Friday night going into Saturday. So if you have Valentine's Day plans, it should be okay before rain chances start to pick back up. Overnight lows continue to settle into the 40s. So even the early morning low and even the overnight lows will feel quite cool as well. And still lots of time to see what develops, but at least we have something to look forward to over these next few days. That's a quick check of the forecast. Back to you guys.
You. So let's bring our question of the day again, right, Daryl?
Not
Okay,
yet.
no,
We
not
want to
yet.
talk
I
some
just wanted
Super
to talk
Bowl,
pizza.
Super Bowl. We'll be chatting pizza plenty. I'm sure plenty of
got
people did
hungry.
have their pizza
All
watching
right.
the Super Bowl.
All right, the Seattle Seahawks done it again.
Yes.
Done it again. The dominant 29-13 victory over the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 60. So a lot went down, and we're going to bring in Daryl for this.
Yeah, because
For
he's
the
a
win.
sports expert.
He's
My
a
gosh.
sports
We're not even going to
expert.
pretend. I mean,
Yeah.
they're my Seattle Seahawks. I grew up in the Seattle area, Mercer Island, so I'm very happy to see this. Too bad it wasn't Coach Pete Carroll, because he was, of course, their coach for a long, long time. But
Yes.
I can't get over that young guy. And then the kicker, right, 5 times, and just these things that happen during the Super Bowl.
Kirsten acts
There we
like she
go,
doesn't
right,
know.
I
right.
Look at her.
Tell us
just
about
like
the
giving-
line. What about the offensive line?
No, you guys, my husband will literally break down every play for me. Okay, Kier, just so you know, what they're doing here is, and
Right.
he hasn't gotten tired of it yet. So I got to say, kudos to him.
No, a lot of Seahawks folks were here. We were at the sports book. We'll hear from somebody in just a moment. But that's actually the Seahawks offensive coordinator who confirmed on the broadcast that he will be coming to Las Vegas as our new head coach. So hopefully that's positive news. There was a great showing. The offense didn't score a lot of touchdowns, but they were moving the ball, which is important in a football game. You saw the Patriots didn't move it till it was a little too late. But Seahawk faithful were out and about, and we caught up with them over at the sports book.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've been walking around town all day, and you run into Hawks fans everywhere. Go Hawk chants. Like, everybody comes together on this. It's pretty exciting.
Right now, if I told you $1.7 billion wagered on this game today, when you hear that number, what goes through your head?
That the Hawks are going to make a lot of people a lot of money.
Yeah, that was Aaron Oriano over at the Westgate. So if folks took the Seahawks, they are feeling good on Monday.
But I like how they were talking about the fans. That it was just about the people and just the experience. They were all just having a great time. You know?
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
Number 7, if you guys saw the person run the touchdown back towards the end of the game, the defensive play, he's from my hometown. I have a bunch of Nigerian friends who are close with Uchenna Nwosu, number
that's
7 on the
cool.
Seahawks. So way to go, bruh. Good game, good win. And a running Rebel. I mean, UNLV Rebel football player also was on the championship team, Seahawks. Ricky White, receiver.
Yes.
Yeah, didn't.
I
So,
have a question for you guys. Did you notice the following? Because I was driving back into my neighborhood and I said, how many people are having a Super Bowl party? And I was like, maybe 3 or 4. And so we were betting on that.
Right.
Nobody in my neighborhood was having a Super Bowl party, which is odd. There's always a
Really?
Super Bowl party, many happening in the neighborhood. What did you guys see in your neighborhoods? Were people not having group parties this year? Did you
I
notice
feel
that?
like people were out and about this year,
yeah.
or just keeping
Agreed.
it low. You know, and it's like just chilling.
Yeah, everybody was at home watching halftime.
Yeah.
They were just worried about getting their groove on.
I know. I
yeah.
think, and I think people didn't want to spend the money to invite others over, right? You
No,
could just
it
be
is
happy enough with
expensive.
what you're doing, and you like to focus. I like to pay attention. I don't want to hear all the chatter around me. So
Yeah,
maybe
clean up after. You know, it's just a mess sometimes. Now we know
don't
how
know.
Kirsten feels.
Yes. Don't invite me to a Super Bowl party. I won't come.
All right, let's talk about the halftime show that Daryl talked about. Super Bowl 60 didn't just make history with the game. The halftime show was, many are saying, a cultural landmark. So Bad Bunny delivered the first ever all-Spanish halftime performance. If you know, then you know. It was packed with hidden meanings and tribute to his Puerto Rican heritage as well. From the moment he stepped onto the stage, the design, when he was walking through, it was sugarcane fields. El Conejo Malo, that's how he's known as, Bad Bunny, was sending a message. He featured traditional pava straw hats, which a lot of the rural farmers will wear in Puerto Rico. And even had a stand, La Marqueta, just everything that was very bringing the flavor to the island to the global stage, actually. So the show was also a masterclass of reggaeton history. He paid homage to Daddy Yankee when he fell through La Casita. You may have heard the gasolina, all that stuff. So it was a lot. There was a wedding there. There was a real wedding.
Real wedding, yeah.
Wow,
That was very
amazing. But it wasn't just a party, you know. Bad Bunny used the world's biggest stage to highlight the island's struggle as well. Including political history and the frequent power outages that the island faces in Puerto Rico, the power grid, and also Hurricane Maria. So that's why you saw people up there, you know, electricity poles, the power poles, because it's a big thing over there. And it's tied to his song called El Apagón. So there was a lot. There was a lot
of dancing, a lot of coordination. The filming was amazing, you guys.
Yes.
I mean, it brought you right in. I wonder what it was like to be in the stands looking down upon it, you know? I know they have the the screen so they could see the viewpoint we were all getting. It was just amazing. And, you know, I don't speak Spanish, but I appreciated everything that was going on. And I kind of felt like I got the message and I thought it was wonderful. And I really enjoyed it.
Did you dance,
What about you guys?
Kirsten?
Oh, I'm not a dancer, Ozzy. But
did.
did you guys love it? I know you did.
My daughter's like, Mommy,
I could picture Ozzy up there on the rooftop as one of the dancers.
Yes, I was like, oh, yeah.
But I
was a
loved
great
it.
time.
I thought it was fantastic. What about you guys?
It was neat. It was super neat. I thought it was really cool is that the trees were people. I saw some of the transformation take place.
With the bushes or something like that. No.
Massive crew, massive stage, massive So
And the meeting at the end with all the flags and him yelling out all the American. It was a very cohesive feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys all enjoyed it. It was a great performance. Bringing it back home now before we wrap up this block, protecting our military students. I'm going to make this quick. For military families, moving isn't just part of the job, but it's for their children as well. So it means being the new kid sometimes over and over again. And it could be tough, you know. In Nevada, though, that transition is getting a lot easier thanks to something called the Compact, formerly known as the Military Interstate Children's Compact. There's several names behind it as well, so you may know it as something else depending on the state that you live in as well. It's a state law that basically ensures when a military family moves to a new space, their kids don't get, you know, they get to transfer their credits over as well. Because that's the biggest hurdle that a lot of these families face, especially if you're like a high school senior and you have to move because your parents are deployed or anything like that. There's a lot that goes into it. There was also a spike in how many students that we have in CCSD. I have that full report in our 4, 5, and 6 p.m. broadcast show, so that's where you can learn more about the Compact. In the meantime, stick around. We'll be talking more about question of the day, pizza, and then the Henderson Gospel Fest as well.
Yeah, and where you can get some deals on pizza today.
Ooh, yes.
So don't go anywhere.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Hey everyone, I'm Ozzy, Mora, Kirsten, Joyce. We're going to go to our question of the day, and I'm going to give this to Kirsten. She's so excited.
I was going to say, you love olives and pineapple.
Yes, I do.
Do you think pineapples go on pizza? The resounding answer is bum, ba bum, 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 bum. Carlos, the decision is yes. 56% of you say heck yeah. 44% not so much. Favorite toppings, real quick. You told us yours. Daryl, what's your favorite topping?
Daryl.
Oh, pineapple, spinach, barbecue chicken.
Dang, that's a good.
You could put some veggies on there, some peppers, green, red.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Biology, that's my order.
That's good stuff. Well, speaking of pizza, it is National Pizza Day. You can buy one, get one free at various places. Let's start with 7-Eleven. Buy one pizza, get the second for $3. That's not too shabby, Ozzy. California Pizza Kitchen, CPK, bringing back its heart-shaped pizza. No deals on it, though. CC's Pizza, if you show us a coupon on our website, 8newsnow.com, under the story, then you can take advantage of the entire buffet for $5.99, which includes pizza. Pizza Hut members get a free large one topping on their next app order. That's not bad. And Sbarro, am I saying it right? Is it literally Sbarro?
Yeah.
Okay, 14-inch New York cheese or pepperoni for $9.99 with the promo $9.99.
Oh, that's yummy. I guess Chuck E. Cheese also is doing a deal.
Ugh, cheese.
I knew you were going to say that.
That's not pizza.
Chuck E.
I don't know what
Chuck E.
that is.
Cheese.
That's a second story on that. Questionable what even that is, Ozzy.
Oh, some yummy. If you go to Chuck E. Cheese, all right, you know.
Go to Pizza Rock, Grimaldi, Settle Bello, or Metro Pizza. Those are my 4 faves.
Awesome. Thanks, Kirsten. Those are your deals for the day for National Pizza Day. So let's bring it back to Henderson, the Gospel
Chuck E.
Fest.
Cheese. Sorry.
Now I know you don't like Chuck E. Cheese. All right, Water Street Plaza this weekend, celebrating the annual Gospel Fest. Such a great time. This was actually a free event, and some of the organizers there were saying that, you know, a lot of these people in the community, sometimes when you attend a gospel fest somewhere else, it costs a lot of money to see some artists perform, like $200. But this was a free event for everyone to come and enjoy. So this year's headliners were some pretty heavy hitters. Stella Award winners, actually, like Brent Jones and Dr. Ernest Pugh. But for many, the heart of the show was like local talent. Latasha McCall, she's actually a Henderson native who has been performing at the fest for a long, long time. So the festival wasn't just about the music. It was just a full community experience, celebrating culture, just celebrating history. It's just a wonderful time. And a lot of people there are saying universal music is a universal love language. So it was a great time there. I've never been. I would love to attend one day. But it's just a meaningful event for everyone to attend. But that's all we have today. Thank you so much for staying with us. We appreciate you all so, so much. Make sure to join our conversation of the day, QR code, question of the day. Thanks for being here. I'm Ozzy Mora.
Ozzy's going to go pick up her Chuck E. Cheese pizza now.
Hey, I love Chuck E. Cheese.
Have a good one.
Bye.